Hi guys, welcome. Okay, I'm here for the first live today. I think Avery's taking a nap. I'm not really sure. Dylan's taking a nap. I can see that. All right, let's see. First person that I have here is TD for love. Could have somebody from your past returning. This person comes back from your past. They could have long-term potential, but you may feel very stuck in the mud right now when it comes to love, or like things are not moving forward quick enough. You also might feel like things are very disappointing, or they've been disappointing lately. You're going to move past it. You got an earth sign coming in who could be significant: Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. And there's cause for celebration coming in around love. Growth and transformation does come in, but it looks like it might take some time. And you might go through a little bit of, frustrating moments when it comes to love over the next couple of weeks. Kira, general. Once again, this trip comes up. This could be planning a trip to water, by water, or around water. It also could be moving on to greener pastures. When we talk about it in general, like, it can mean a couple of different things. It also looks like you have a wish, put it out into the universe, and finally you're starting to feel like you can exhale. There's a Virgo coming in around you who may be very significant. There's also some new adventure coming in, and you may be feeling undecided about something moving forward that has to do with either work or business. Happiness is coming. It might take a minute, or that decision might be around school, because you got the Eight of Pentacles here. So it could be that you're undecided about whether or not you want to go back to school just yet. I think eventually you do end up going back to school. Kira, should I become a foster parent? 70% chance, yes, you should. I mean, that's a huge decision, but I think you would make a great difference in, somebody's life. Shay, how did my sister SF's interview go? Did they like her? Okay, let's see. They really did like her. Two of Cups. They maybe thought that she was the perfect person. They had a lot of respect for her. They feel like she's intelligent, stable, warm, easy to get along with, intelligent. She could get that job. Kiki, why do I feel so emotionless? You're going through a transformation. First thing that comes up around you, transformation. You may start, okay, you're emotionless now, but at some point you may turn around and start to purge everything, and then you may have like a huge breakthrough when it comes to your emotions. It's going to be slow and steady wins the race, but you're growing and transforming, and you're prepared for it, and you got success coming in. You're not going to be the same person like a month from now. You're growing and changing. And this is just part of the process. Kira, love. You got some people coming in here. You got cause for celebration coming in around love, but you also have indecision. You have happiness coming in. It might not happen right away, but you also have a wish. So put that out into the universe. Now you have a Virgo here. You have choices. Love cup is full. You got an Aries. You got a Capricorn. You have a Scorpio. The next person that you decide to be with is going to have to step up to the plate and put in as much effort as you do. Otherwise, you're not going to be interested in them. You might not be, when you, right, there's a couple of different people coming in, and that you might not be that interested in them, which I think is going to work out better for you. I think you caring a little bit less is going to put you a little bit more in control of your emotions and give you other opportunities, and you're not going to settle for less than you deserve. You got nice people coming in. RZ, what will be Kasim's thoughts after meeting me? For the most part, this person's going to think that you're hardworking and that you guys have a nice connection. They may be a little bit undecided, though, about the future or what they want in the future, but I do think that, that you make an impact or you impress them. Mustafa, general for today. Got some nice stuff. Being at the right place at the right time could bring in a soulmate connection. You got money flowing to you, and you have earning respect from the people around you. There's a Capricorn here that could be significant. If there is no Capricorn that shows up with this card, please be careful that this is not some sort of a distraction that keeps you from doing your work. Because the devil is some sort of an earthly pleasure that could get in the way of what you really should be doing. Otherwise, it looks like a good day. RZ, what actions will Kasim take towards me? He's a Leo. He's going to be prepared to either want to see or he'll be focused on a relationship at some point. It might not happen right away. It looks like he's got choices around him. He's not 100% sure yet exactly what he wants. But I think he's going to at least explore the possibility with you. Kiki, how can I let Grant know if I'm interested nicely? Okay, let's see. How do I let him know if I'm not interested nicely? Just be honest. Temperance. Have patience with yourself. Like, you may not be ready to do it yet. I know for myself, this was never something that I'd like to do. And unfortunately, what I think I did a lot of times is I wouldn't just come right out and be honest. And I would kind of like give excuses. When I was younger, you know, I would make excuses like, well, I'm busy, or my grandparents are coming over, or I have to go to work, or some kind of nonsense. I think that just be honest. That's it. You know, in a nice way, just say, you know, I'm just not interested, or I just think that honesty is always the best. And no excuse, because people can see through excuses. And have a little patience with yourself. If you're not ready to do it just yet, you don't have to. You wait until you're ready. Elizabeth, how will my date go today? And how will he feel about me? The date should go pretty well. I think that he's going to think that you're pretty strong, reliable, grounded, down to earth. But it looks like, I don't know if he's dating. He's got choices around him. So he may be exploring his options right now and not looking to commit right away, or he's just, I hate to say it like this, but kind of interviewing people or trying to get to know people. I think that he thinks that you guys connect. I'm just not 100% sure of where it goes from here. I mean, the date itself should be pretty good. Lily, how will Ovi will receive the message that I sent to him? Okay, how will Ovi receive the message I sent to him? He's going to feel a little uprooted and ungrounded. Three of Pentacles is in reverse, and there's some sharp energy around the situation. I don't know what you said in the message, but he may feel a little bit ungrounded or unstable from it. Elizabeth, love reading for the next 3 weeks. Could be a little bit of anxiety around love, around you over the next 3 weeks. Maybe feeling like you're not seeing much good karma come in. Feeling like you have a long road ahead of you. Moving past that, you also may feel a little bit like you don't have a lot of choices or there's not a lot going on. But you got new people coming in. You got a Sagittarius around you. You have a Virgo. You have a Pisces. You have a Libra. And you do have a soulmate connection that's on its way in. Might not show up in the next 3 weeks, but it's on the horizon. You also have a lot of strength coming in around you, possibly a Leo coming in as well. Mustafa, the man I had not responded to the email that I sent him last night about me, update my plan to catch up, but I'm sure he read it by now. How did he read it and how did he feel? Okay, let's see. I think he read it. I think he feels like you're focused. I think he thinks that you're committed. I think he's going to give you what you want. For the most part, he might kind of come down on you a little bit hard, only to make a point, but I think he's going to work with you. Talia, general for tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow you should feel very balanced and very focused and feel like you're getting a lot of respect at work or even possibly being better compensated. No longer feeling like you're holding yourself back. Your intuition is spot on and you could be spending time with a soulmate relationship. Mustafa, I don't see it yet, so let me do Prussian. I don't see it yet. Nijilani era. What Andy felt after the text I sent him yesterday. Okay. What did Andy feel after the text yesterday? Mildly anxious and a little bit out of balance. But this person is showing up like they have a lot of respect for you, or they're going to show you a lot of respect. Kiki, will I pass my English test on Thursday? I think you're going to pass it. Mustafa, will I catch up on the work I'm behind in my accounting class before the midterm next Wednesday? You got the sun here. You should be able to catch up on everything. You should be able to catch up on everything. Focus. Oh, thank you, Prussian. Thank you. That was nice. MA. When will I be able to stop my tissue chewing addiction? When will I be able to stop my tissue chewing addiction? This winter, within the next 4 months. SS, will I pass CISA? Planning to write an exam on Friday. Okay, will I pass this on Friday? You should pass it. Yeah, you got 3 aces. T. Yvette. General love. General love. You've got a soulmate relationship coming in with long-term potential and success. You got a couple of different people here, though. Life changes for the better for you quickly when you no longer hold yourself back. You've got a Leo. You have a Pisces. You have a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Love, money, abundance, fertility. Be careful with this card if you don't want children. You also have an Aquarius and a Cancer here. So you're going to have a lot happening, or a lot of choices. Sometimes people don't like choices, but I think it's good. SS, what did B feel about me, about my email on Friday? All right, I don't know what the email said, but he's got the Tower. So I don't know if it had something to do with what you said or something that was going on around him personally. He's also showing a little bit anxious and a little bit worried. I don't know if this could just be what he's going through and may not have anything to do with that email. A little bit unprepared. Comes up a little unprepared. SS, I'm meeting A soon, reading about the meeting. The meeting should go pretty well. You've got the Knight of Cups, Strength, and the World at your feet. Moving past that, you also have, then it may stabilize and slow down, but it looks like it goes really well. Oh, thanks. I like this color too. You know, like when I don't know, when I was younger, I don't think I ever liked like the dark roots showing, but now I like it. I mean, I think I have to buy some new wigs. I think we got to try some new looks. They're pretty cheap on Amazon. I don't know. I got to get some different colors. My dad doesn't like the red one on me. The one that's really red. He's always like, don't wear that one. He's like, the green one looks much better. And I always think about that when I go to put it on. But maybe I'll wear it tonight. Fuck it. I guess it doesn't look good with my skin color. Rhonda, who is Carell with the Leo? Who is Carell W, the Leo? Is he in my future and how? Okay, let's see. Is he in the future? Yeah, he could be in your future. Thing is that you only got one one ace here, so he might be in your future as an acquaintance or as a friend. He may not be significant for quite some time. It doesn't mean that nothing is going to change. It could change in the future, but it wouldn't be happening fast. Yeah, I can't say that he would be a romantic interest, not at least until sometime next year. Things could, the energy could shift. Now it looks more like an acquaintance or somebody that you know, or somebody that could be around the perimeter of the picture, but not really in the picture just yet. But that can change. AZ, my question is, what's coming towards me and Dorothy for the next 3 months? Okay, what's going on with me and Dorothy for the next 3 months? Okay, well, you got abundance around the situation. There may be a little delay. So it may not, like maybe the next month may not be so hot, but things change for the better pretty quickly. So when this card comes in, it's like, okay, things may be stagnant, let's just say for the next 3 weeks. But then all of a sudden something changes really fast, and then things move forward passionately. The world is at your feet. And you have the Magician, so you can pretty much manifest anything you want. I think that over the next couple of weeks, things may not change much, but then something happens that just shakes the whole foundation, and things change for the better quickly. Things start to move forward before the end of the 3 months. All right, Shelly, why does A try to ignore me? I hate the ignoring thing. Especially when you're like in person, right? Like if you're mad at me, fucking tell me what I did. Like, why are you ignoring somebody? Really? Like when you think about it, and I used to do this when I was younger. I know I did. But like, why do I have to try to guess why you're not talking to me? I mean, think about it. It's really stupid. Okay. Why does A try to ignore me? I think that they're not sure how they feel about it. There's indecision. They may feel like you're a little bit out of balance, or they're not sure if they could trust you. And they think about things a lot, or they contemplate things a lot. It's like they're unsure of, they're just unsure. So they try to like stay as little as possible. I don't know. It's bizarre. I don't know why people do that. But what comes up is indecision. So they don't want to put too much out there because they're not sure what's going to happen if they do. Gabby, career in general, advice on how to shut out negativity. Oh my God, negativity. Okay. Okay, as far as your career is going, you got things changing for the better quickly, possibly going back to school or learning a new skill, and you have a lot of money coming in. You got 10 cups around your career, so things look good. It also looks like you may have new opportunities, finally feeling like the fruits of your labor are coming into fruition, and you may even have opportunities for new jobs. So you're fine. As far as negativity is concerned, that can be draining. It can be tough. I had a friend who was very negative. And I felt like for me, I used to I didn't want him to feel bad. So I used to try to use myself. Like if he would be like, well, I'm getting old. And I would be like, yeah, but I'm 8 years older than you. So we played this game. Or he'd be like, I don't have any money. And I would be like, yeah, I'm broke and I have a mortgage to pay. So I would actually bring myself down trying to make him, to bring him up. Eventually I had to cut him out of my life because I just couldn't do it anymore. And then there was a lot of other bullshit that went on, but it wasn't just that. But when it comes to negativity, if you have no choice and you have to be around it, the best thing that I can suggest is to try to find the positive side. There's always positive. always. So if, you know, like if somebody is being negative, like how can you flip the script? You know, like instead of saying to somebody, well, like I worked with a teacher, a yoga teacher, who always used to say, find something you like about it. So, like, if you're familiar with yoga, the Bikram class, the straight up hot 26 Bikram class, most people, that's not their favorite. And they would only come to it if they wanted to take a class and it was the only thing that could fit into their schedule. And most teachers don't really like to teach it. It was usually like a place where people started, but then they grew past it and they found it to be boring, whatever. So this teacher used to always say, find something you like about it. If you have to teach it and you hate it, find something about it that you like. Same thing with the students. Well, if you hate it, find something about it that you like, and you can find something about it that you like. Challenging yourself to hold the postures for the full minute. Focusing on your breathing, focusing on, you know, whatever it is, you find something that you like about it. So if you have no choice but to be in a situation that you hate and that is negative, there has to be something about it that you like. And when you focus on that, that will grow and the rest of it will start to diminish. And it can be really challenging to, you know, especially if you got to teach a 90-minute class and you just don't like it, especially for me, because I tend to do everything really fast. So that class for me was like hell, but find something you like about it. So when it comes to negativity, find something positive and focus on that so that that grows. And then I used to say, okay, well, it's not about me. It's about them. They're coming to take the class. The challenge for me would be like when I knew somebody showed up that hated it and I hated it, and how are we going to get through this? um, and that's when I would say, we're going to focus on what we like. Well, we like 90 minutes in the heat. That feels good. Sweating feels good. So focus on something that you like. That's the best advice I can give you. And I know, trust me, I know it can be tough. Vartika, career for the rest of the year, new job opportunities. Okay. Got the sun coming out around your career, paying off a loan or a debt and feeling a little bit more financially stable. So your career is doing well before the end of the year. 9 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles, feeling well respected. Money is flowing to you and so is respect. You could have new opportunities come in before the end of the year for sure. Let me see. You might start a new job by the end of the year. Something could come up in the month of November as well. November through the end of the year, you could have several new job opportunities. But even if you don't get presented with a new opportunity, you should be doing really well where you are. Kira, Leroy's feelings and actions towards me. He may not be holding himself back anymore, so he might try to reach out or show up or something, and then things are slow and steady. So depending on where, all right, I don't know how soon he's going to show up, but it would be relatively soon, maybe within the next week. Things could change for the better quickly, and he may start to put some hard work in to try to winning you back. The love cup is full. Now, he may reach out to you, show up, whatever he does, he gets in touch with you some way, puts in a lot of effort, things change for the better, and then things slow down. And then there's another opportunity for things to move forward again with the Chariot. Kira, the rest of this week. Got some good luck coming in. You also have a Taurus coming in. Somebody from your past returns. You're no longer holding yourself back, and you may feel like life is starting to move forward. Kind of have a lot happening this week. Or the energy starts to get a little bit lighter. To Leah, when will B reach out again? Could be within the next couple of days. Like maybe 3 days. Ronnie, general for the rest of the week. Oh, it just got dark in here. What the heck? You may be paying off a bill or a loan or putting money aside for something that makes you feel good. You got a little adventure coming in. Sagittarius, could hear from that Sagittarius this week. Sagittarius shows up. Being at the right place at the right time. Listen to your intuition. You got some money coming in too. Happiness comes in, feeling like the fruits of your labor are finally coming into fruition. You have a Pisces around you and a creative project. Gabby, are my feelings about negativity from coworkers towards me false, paranoia, or am I correct? Okay, let me see. Am I correct about the negativity coming from my coworkers? I don't think that I think they are negative. I don't think it's towards you so much. I think it's more towards the job or what it is that they deal with. I don't think it's personal to you. If anything, the worst case scenario would be that they feel like they don't, like you handle it better than they do, and they may be envious of that. But I don't think that the negativity is like towards you. I think it's more around the job. Kira, what's going on in Leroy's life in general and in love? There's nothing really going on in his love life. There's nobody here showing up that's significant. I mean, there could be people around him, but that could just be people that are in his life or coworkers or whatever, neighbors. But in his life in general, he may be very focused on work. He's got some nice stuff happening with money and financial stability around career. It also looks like his career or job life could be moving forward. He's got happiness around that, but it doesn't look like much else is happening for him. Or that's where he's putting his focus. Now he's putting his focus into work or career, job, whatever it is he does. Beautiful one. Finances for October. I got a bunch of taxes due in October. Finances stress me out. You may be a little bit worried about money in the month of October. First thing that shows up around you is the Five of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, you might be feeling like you're not being compensated well for your work. That's going to change because you've got the Three of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles coming in. So you've got money flowing to you around a business relationship that could be long-term and very lucrative. You also have the Sun coming in. Beginning of the month, finances may be a little bit slow, but at some point things should change for the better. Ray, why am I having anxiety this morning? Could it be around money? Got the Five of Pentacles, worry around money. Thing is that you got money coming in. Or feeling a little bit overwhelmed when it comes to work, school, or whatever it is that you do all day. that comes in. That could be what the anxiety is about. Sometimes anxiety is it's just so weird. I suffered from it really bad. I still get it sometimes, but I went through a period of my life where I had anxiety all the time. And sometimes, like there was no reason. It was just I was anxious. I think looking back on it, because having studied about it, anxiety is fear of the future. Depression is being stuck in the past. I think I was just so uncertain, or I felt so unstable about my future, that that's what was causing it. I don't think it was one specific thing. I think it was just in general. Sometimes, though, it can be planetary. It could be what Mercury's doing. And Mercury goes retrograde on the 13th, but it may be, it's kind of it's getting ready to turn around and station. So you could be picking that up if you're ruled by Mercury. It could be a planetary thing. Or if you have like Gemini or Virgo rising, that could be because Mercury is going to start to do funky things. It's also going to meet up with Mars retrograde at some point. Not yet though, it's coming. And that could also cause some anxiety. Rhonda, will I get the supervisor position in my office? Okay, let's see. Will I get the supervisor position? You got a 70% chance, yes. You could get that, yeah. Ronnie, next contact from the Sag. I think it's going to be soon. Possibly within the next 5 days. I don't know. He showed up in that last reading, so I think you're going to hear from him soon. BJ, general love between me and the Virgo. Some burden and heavy weight around this relationship. I don't know. You might feel like one or both of you is holding yourselves back. I'm not seeing a whole lot of love here. I got to tell you that. There is long-term potential around a relationship with you guys that is maybe not a love relationship. It could be a friendship of some type. Lovers is in reverse. I don't know where you are in the situation right now, but it doesn't look like it's turning into romance, or that there's long-term potential for romance right now. Doesn't mean it can't change in the future, but right now it looks more like this person's in your life long-term, but it might not be romantic. Light Soul Tarot, will M message or anything? Oh, thank you. Let's see, will M message or anything? Got a 33% chance that he'll message. Yeah, it's possible. Might take a little time. Elizabeth, if I go on a date with Kevin, how would it go? It should be a pretty good time. Looks like neither one of you holds yourself back. You're both focused. You're both present. You're both there. He shows you a lot of respect. Yeah, it should be a good time. You have a wish around the situation. You also have peace and serenity coming in. And it looks like he puts in some nice effort. Yeah, I think it would be a good time. Rhonda, is Cece trying to make me look bad to the captain? Yeah, it's not going to work. Yep, that's going to come back and bite this person in their ass. Ronnie made one for Nina. McCall, love reading. Okay. Got the love cup full. No longer holding yourself back. You have a couple of people here. You got a Gemini. You've got an Aquarius. Feeling much more respected in the near future. Next person that you get involved with or current relationship, you should be getting out of it what you put in. Six of Pentacles. You also have a Taurus coming in. Scorpio and a Virgo are around you too. But growth and transformation around your love life leads to success, balance, and respect. You're not going to settle for less than you deserve. You're going to get what you want. And the energy around your love life should be changing for the better soon. Next couple of weeks or so. Nina, what can I expect for my birthday month? Not holding yourself back. It looks like you may be having, well, there could be a lot of fun. There could be a Taurus around you that's fun. Love cup is full. You may be earning some respect at work or school or whatever it is that you do all day. You could have, the Four of Wands is always positive. It could be upgrading your home, changing homes, entertaining at home, whatever it is, it's positive. You could also be spending a lot of time with the soulmate connection in your birthday month. Kira, now that I'm single again, how will the holiday season be for me? I love Christmas, but I've spent it alone mostly for the last 5 years. Yeah, but you might not be alone come Christmas. That you might not be. You know, like the holidays, this is going to sound terrible, but I always felt like the holidays, they're supposed to be the happiest time of the year, but I really feel like they're not, because I feel like more people are not where they want to be. And I think that it's more of a letdown than it is positive. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel like the holidays, like once you know, you get to a certain age, it's just become more of a hassle. See, something can change for you out of the blue. You got the Knight of Swords here. And you're not holding yourself back, and you have a lot of opportunity coming in. You may not be single for Christmas. The love cup is full. You have a wish. You also have a new journey coming. You might not be single around Christmas. And even if you are, I know there was one Christmas. This was a long time ago. I don't remember what year it was. But this is when we were still talking to my uncle, and that I haven't spoken to him in, I think, about 8 or 9 years. We had a really bad snowstorm on Christmas, and I lived by myself, and I was home alone on Christmas. We wound up celebrating it a different day. And then there was another time, yeah, I've had, and Christmas Eves alone. There were a couple of Christmas Eves where I would go over to the bar by myself because I had nothing to do. Easter too was another one that I used to find myself home alone a lot. But you know what? For a long time I was working on the holidays, not on Christmas Day, but that was always like, I always felt like, well, I'll just work, because then somebody who has something to do, then, you know, like, why make somebody work if they got something to do? I have nothing to do. I'll just be here. But that was before 2015, because the store closed in 2015. But so it's been a long time since I've had to spend holidays alone. But even if you're not alone, like, you can feel alone. Yeah, I know. I'm not a big fan of the holidays. I love Halloween, but that's a whole other story. I don't know. Thanksgiving was my mother's holiday. My brother loves it, but I'm not a big, huge fan of Thanksgiving. I don't know. Anyway, Kira, can I trust Daryl's intentions? What are they? Okay, let's see. Well, I feel for the most part he is going to be persistent. I think that he's really into you. I think he wants to give it a chance. It does look like you can trust him for the most part. I mean, you know, everybody is really good in the beginning, and then sometimes they don't always continue. But he looks pretty legitimate. You got the 10 cups full. You have a wish around the situation, being at the right place at the right time, or divine timing is guiding it. It also looks like you got some good luck around the situation. He may be putting in some nice effort. Yeah, I think I would give him a chance. You know, if you're not feeling it after a little while, then you can end it or whatever. But I would give him a chance. He seems pretty legit right now. Gabby, her coworkers envious. Why? Well, I think that I don't know if they're like super envious or like green with envy, but I think that they feel like you just have an overall better way of dealing with things. You know, like not everybody has the tools. You know, you've done a lot of work on yourself and that shows. Not everybody is like that, you know, and I always keep coming back to this, but like it's where you're operating from. It's the work that you've done on yourself. It's somebody who's put in effort and energy to work on healing their wounds, and that comes through in everyday life. Whereas some people that are operating from very low vibrational frequencies, of course they're going to feel envious because they want to know why you can handle things better than they can. I don't think it's anything to be worried about, and I don't think that it's anything to try to fix. I just think it is what it is. Like some people like just deal better than others, and it's because of the work that you've done on yourself. So and like for people to be envious, like they have the ability to work on themselves just like the way that you have. They just choose not to, or they don't know any better, and they look for, not maybe not them specifically, but people look for external things to heal what's broken inside them, and it doesn't work like that. So when they look at somebody who's functioning from a higher place that seems to have it all together or seems to be able to handle things differently, they get envious. You know, like not everybody has put in hard work on themselves. You know, people are looking for the quick fix, like, you know, a new haircut or a new lipstick or a new ass, whatever it is, but that's not going to change. You know, that's external. So it's not going to change what's going on inside you. You've done a lot of that work and it shows, and you can't make it up. You can't fake it. You can't fake that. You know, just like you can't fake confidence. You know, it's like either you're confident or you're not. You may be able to fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool everyone all the time. But people know that you're authentic. You've come a long way in a short period of time. Not everybody has. Jay, how is Amy feeling about me today? She thinks that you're strong, attractive, hardworking. You have a lot of potential. You're intelligent. You're mysterious. And you're kind. Mima. Will I get this next acting job that I'm auditioning for tomorrow? Okay, so I can't get a percentage. I don't have any aces here. But what the cards show is that I don't know if you're going to get it, but you may get something because you have 3 of Pentacles, which would be a long-term grounded business relationship. that is stable. It's a long-term situation. Five of Pentacles in reverse, you're not worried about money. Money's coming in. But the Six of Wands is in reverse. So that makes me feel like maybe you're not going to get this job, but you're going to get something. Like maybe you don't get the one you audition for, but you get some other part. Kira, I'm going to take a break from the tarot for the next 2 weeks. Can I get a general reading for the next 2 weeks? Sure. Okay, first of all, you got to wish, put it out into the universe, which then brings in choices. You may have a small little argument, not the biggest of deals. Feeling a little bit more balanced, laying down the law, setting up boundaries, and letting people know what you need and what you expect from them. New love interest could enter. That's a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. You might be feeling a little bit disappointed by some love situation, or somebody who you thought had potential. That person could be a Sagittarius. Six of Pentacles, feeling a little bit more appreciated at work, and Nine of Pentacles, more money is flowing in. Feeling prepared for the future. Somebody from your past returns. Six of Cups. Moving on to greener pastures, or this could be planning a trip to water, by water, or around water in the next couple of weeks. Sue, will I get a job offer from Mosaic by the end of this month? I think you will. I think you will. Nicole, how is the new person in AR going to work out? How is the new position in AR going to work out? Eventually, in the beginning, it may be a little rough. Like there's indecision around it. There's feeling a little bit burdened, a little bit weighed down, feeling like I don't have any choice. But then as time moves forward, it's slow and steady wins the race, brings in a lot more money, and you got some good luck around the situation. Might be slow in the beginning, though. Ronnie, why did someone just call from the main office? Am I in trouble? Am I in trouble? No. You might be. There could be something, yeah. I used to get thrown out of meetings all the time because they just couldn't take stupid shit. You know, like we would have a customer, like I worked for a company that used to import motion picture cameras, and these are the cameras that make a majority of the movies and the TV shows that we watch, right? So we would have customers like Panavision. They would buy like, I don't know, $500,000 worth of equipment in like a year, or $1 million worth of equipment. And then like we would have these collection meetings where like the CFO would be like, well, this Panavision New York owes $15 for a freight charge. You know, why don't you call them? And I used to be like, really? $15? Like, how about if I just mark up their next invoice $15? You know, like I just had no patience. I'd be like, really? Can we just write it off? Is it that big of a deal? Like I'll just bang them on the next invoice. And yeah, of course I used to get, because the CFO wanted to talk. Like he wanted to, I'm the boss. I'm going to tell you what to do, and this is how we handle things. Meanwhile, I used to be like, really? Like, got bigger fish to fry than this crap. So yeah, then he would be like, okay, Danny, well, thank you for your time. And I would be able to go back. And at the time, my brother worked with us, and my brother used to get so mad at me because he used to like give me the evil eye as I was walking away. Anyway, thank God I don't fucking work there anymore. And when I first got that job, I loved it for like about 3 months, and then I had enough. April, I feel like the Virgo wasn't impressed by my paintings. Am I right? No, no. Actually, there's cause for celebration around the paintings. No, you're not right. I think he was impressed. April, general around me and the Virgo. General around me and the Virgo. There's potential for happiness here. There's also success coming in around divine timing. There may be some indecision around the situation, like how things are going to work out logistically. I know he lives far away, but at some point you're going to be able to exhale. If you want to move forward with him, there's potential there for a long-term commitment or a long-term relationship. BJ, next week, love between me and Derek. Love between me and Derek. Next week may not be the best week. It looks like the timing is off, and there's the Six of Wands is in reverse, which would be feeling unsuccessful. There may be decisions that need to be made or issues that haven't been addressed. There's disappointment around the situation next week. It doesn't mean you're not going to get past it. It just doesn't look like it's the best week. And maybe like, those weeks where like you keep missing each other or things just don't seem to be working out smoothly. Kira did one for Zara. Cinnamon, love between me and West for this month. Passion comes in. That's the first card that's around you. It also looks like he may have an offer that you can't refuse that's successful. Like it could be like, I don't know, going to a concert or going out to dinner or doing something fun out of the ordinary, something different. Strength comes in around your relationship. And balance. Maybe a nice month for you and him. April, I just ended my friendship with Anna the Aquarius. I feel like she's so selfish and fake and cares for no one but herself. Did I get my point across? I had to confront her. How does she feel? You did get your point across. She feels like she's got a long road ahead of her and she's very hurt. I'm not saying that you're wrong, but she's hurt. Sometimes people don't realize, like people tend to think that people can't see through their bullshit. They think that they're pulling the wool over your eyes, but you're not. I mean, because we're all the same, right? So like we all have the same wants, the same needs, the same desires. Some people are more selfish than others. Some people are more empathetic than others. Some people are more narcissistic. But for the most part, we're all pretty much the same. So you can pretty much tell when somebody's bullshitting you or when somebody's operating from a selfish place. And she didn't think that she was showing that side of her, but the energy has been changing. I've been saying that. So like these people are starting to show who they are. If you have nothing to hide, you're not going to be exposed for anything. We all walk around with a mask. That's how we get through this world. It's the wig. It's the makeup. Like that we all don't show everybody everything because we just don't. That's just how we are. We protect ourselves and we need to function. But she didn't realize that you were seeing that much of her. And that's, yeah. Mima, when will I get my next TV acting job? Could be before the end of the fall. SS, what does P think about me? Does he like me? Likes you. He thinks that you're very intelligent. He thinks that you're kind. He thinks that you're attractive. He thinks you're adventurous, creative, friendly, unique, hardworking. Yeah, I think he likes you. SS, how will my performance in the new project LPIS be? Got the Magician. This could be really successful. Things change for the better for you quickly, and you might feel like things change for the better quickly, and then things kind of level out. But you should do well in this project. April, I'm taking a different approach to my business. How will it go? I'm feeling positive about it. It should go well. It looks like you got some choices, cause for celebration, and money worries are moving into the past. Listen to your intuition. You're on the right track. You got happiness coming in. J, love reading for the rest of the week. Okay, you got some nice stuff happening. So out of the blue is somebody could either reach out to you or show up in your world. They may be a Libra. You're feeling prepared, and you have a soulmate relationship coming in, or you might have a new opportunity. You have a wish, put that out into the universe. So somebody new may be showing up here. Happiness comes in, passion comes in. You have a Leo coming in. You have a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and you have Sagittarius. But I think somebody new may arrive too. So there could be the people that have been around you, but then there may be somebody else coming in this week too. SS, how will my bond be with the potential roommate? Okay, let's see. Being at the right place at the right time. This could be being guided by the divine. I think you'll have a nice connection. Or you'll hit it off. Brenda, what is coming in when it comes to love and romance? You have a Pisces coming in. You also have the Magician. Put out into the universe exactly what you want in a partner, and that person should show up. You have an air sign coming in as well. You're going to have choices. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You also have a Sagittarius coming in. But choices. Seven of Cups brings in choices. April. When I was talking with Jay the Virgo, we realized that our lifestyle is so different. He lives in a mountain town and I live in a big city. Will that make him give up? I'm not too crazy to live in a big city. But you're not crazy living in the big city, or you don't want to live in the mountains? Let's see. Will that make him give up? I don't think so. No, he's not going to give up. Nah. He isn't going to give up. You got long-term potential here. Mr. Maurice, I'm a mailman, and in some areas, I'm so upset about dealing with the public. Can I get some people? I can tell some people think I'm a little rude, but I think they're... Listen, when you have to deal with people, it's a fucking disaster. That's too bad if they think that you're rude. You know what? First of all, people are very hard to deal with. I worked in a grocery store my whole life, and people really treat grocery store employees like they're shit. But this is where I came to a point where I started to realize it's a reflection of themselves, not a reflection of me. Because I worked with a lot of people that weren't shit. They were really good people. Some people were very well educated. One woman, she was a scientist. She worked in a lab for her whole life. She was always single. She never got married because this is what she said. I learned a lot from her. Just very interesting. She said that married people, when study shows that they weren't happier than single people were actually happier. And she also said that people that didn't have children showed up as being happier than people that did have kids. She was a really attractive woman, stayed in good shape, did everything for herself. Car battery died in the parking lot. She changed the fucking battery by herself in the parking lot. Very independent, very smart. I think she was retired when she came to work with us, and she worked with us for a long time. I just learned a lot about people working at the grocery store, and like how it shows more about them than it does you. If people are going to be rude to you, that's on them. I'm not rude to anybody. I don't care what you do for a living. I don't care what you look like. I don't care how much money you have in the bank. I don't give a shit. There's no reason to be rude to someone unless they're rude to you first. And dealing with the public is not easy. It's not easy. You know, or like you know how many times like I'd have to do like a rain check, right? Like I'm a fucking bookkeeper and is staff accountant for years. So somebody would hand me a rain check, like eggs 2 for $4, and I would be going to like look at the receipt to see how much the eggs are rung up, because I don't know all the prices off the top of my head. And then the customer would be like, "You need to take off $3.97," and I would be like, "Yeah, okay, I got it." Like, I don't need you to fucking tell me how to do math. Like, I got it. I do it all day long. I can figure this one out. But think of it like that. When somebody is rude to you, it's really, it's more about, it shows you more about themselves. And you're going to start to see that. You got some good karma coming in. You have things changing for you for the better. And you're prepared for your life to move forward. I don't think that you're going to be a mailman forever. You may retire and open up your own business or do something that's a little bit more like your heart's passion. You got strength around you coming in. You also have some respect coming in, and you have life changing for the better quickly. The Sun, happiness comes out around a creative project. You may be exploring your creative side. Best advice I can say is don't let it bother you, because it shows them, like it shows you the person they are. When A&P was going out of business, you know how many people said to me, "What are you fucking upset about? You go work at another grocery store." Just like that. Okay, well, number one, I've got my pension here, and every year that I work here, my pension goes up. So that's why I'm upset. And number two, you know, every job tells you that you need to have like experience, but not in the grocery store business, because when I interviewed for other jobs, they were going to start me at minimum wage. Now, A&P didn't hire me at minimum wage when I started at 15, so I wasn't about to go backwards. Especially with the experience that I have, I could run that place. But the way that people think about somebody else's job, listen, being rude to somebody for whatever the reason is a reflection of their own bad behavior and their own bad manners. It has nothing to do with you. I wouldn't even give it a second glance. Fuck them. Pardon my French. But, there was I'm going to say when I was in my early 20s, I was embarrassed that I was still working at A&P. Even though I was working full time, I felt like people looked down on me, like, oh, she's going to be here forever. She's going to work here forever. This is all she does. And if so, so what? Like, you want to know what I was never full time, but the full time people that I worked with were making big bucks. I used to cash their paycheck. So I would cash the paycheck every week. I know what they were making. Like, $1,200 a week is a lot of money to stack apples. Really. $1,200 a week is a lot of money to slice deli meat. And then to not have any worry. You know, like you don't have to, like you don't have to have a lot of big meetings. You don't have to have anybody, you know, like for the most part. I mean, there were shitheads that would come around and lay down the law and, oh, how come it's like this? And oh, it's got to be like that. But they would blow in and blow out, and it only happened a couple of times a year. April. Was I right about Anna? I'm so relieved to get it off my chest. If that's how you felt, then you have every right to express how you feel. Yeah, I don't think that she realized how self-centered she was. Or I think she knows it. I don't think that she wanted you to see that. And that's why she feels hurt. She may come back at you at some point. Well, I'm trying to change, and you were right, and that kind of stuff. Because I don't think that she's happy that you saw her for who she is. And I think that she's going to try to correct that at some point. Once again, this is all about her ego. This is what her ego thinks. And her ego didn't realize that you were seeing that side of her. You know, it's like the kind of person, like I had a friend of mine, right? Who, she had a friend, and I couldn't stand this girl. This girl was the kind of person that, like, if things were going right for her, then everything was right in the world. But if she didn't have a boyfriend, and especially if she was the only one that didn't have a boyfriend, the whole world had to mourn with her and wipe her ass. And I just had no patience for that. Now, my friend, like, she'd had enough with, like, holding this one's hand, crying every time some guy, you know, fucked her over. But yet she didn't want the girl to know. So she did everything the girl wanted her to do, because she didn't want that girl to see who she really was. She wanted her to see her as, oh, she's such a good friend. She comes over here when I need her. Like, that's the face she wanted to put forward. But to me, she'd be like, oh, I got to go over there again tonight. Like, how many times am I going to hear this? Which I can totally sympathize with, because I get it. I mean, you know, you can only do so much for somebody. It's only time that's going to make that go away. There's nothing that my friend was going to do to heal her broken heart. But she didn't want the girl to see her true colors. Like, she was okay showing them to me, because it didn't have anything to do with me. But, you know, and it's like, this is what's happening with your friend. It's like, she didn't want you to see who she really was. And that's why she's very hurt right now. You called her out on her own shit. People don't like to be called out on their own shit. People want to tell you what you did wrong, but they don't want to look at themselves. And you made her look at herself. SS 2021 love reading is A around. Well, you got to be careful that you don't get involved here in the third party situation, because you have the Three of Cups in reverse. So he could be around, but you could also be with somebody else. So that could be an issue for 2021. There looks like there's a Pisces coming in around you. There may be some indecision. There could be a Libra around you. You're prepared for love. Things change for the better for you quickly, but are you involved with more than one person at the same time? That's your business. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but it does look like you have some choices. He could be a choice, but I think there's other people coming in. Pisces, Libra, possibly an Aquarius. And just be careful with the Tower moment, because at some point, if you are seeing two people, you could get caught. But I think the theme for 2021 is you're going to have a lot of options. Deja, what does Spirit want to tell me? Spirit cards. The Three of Earth, the power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work, be a team player. The Star, Archangel Jophiel. Oh, you got Archangel Jophiel twice. The Star, happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You're on the right path. A false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. Got Archangel Jophiel twice. It's pretty good. April, how's Jade the Virgo feeling about me? He feels good. He thinks that you're attractive, kind, creative, successful, passionate, loyal, sincere. SS, are office people enjoying the activities that I'm organizing? Yeah, for the most part, yeah. You know, there's always could be one asshole that doesn't care to do it. But no, for the most part, I think so. Jay, who's the Leo from the last reading? The Leo may be a new choice who you haven't met yet. New choice. Somebody new that comes in. Life changes for the better quickly. Here's the Leo. Leo shows up again. I don't think it's somebody you know. I think they haven't shown up yet. Mima, how does the Gemini currently feel about our situation in May? All right, I don't know who this person is in relation to you, but it shows up the Two of Cups is in reverse, which could indicate a breakup or things not moving forward. They think that you're adventurous, smart, intelligent, creative, intuitive, well-balanced, strong, and well-prepared. But the Two of Cups is in reverse, so I wouldn't think that if it's a romantic situation, things are going to move forward. They may stay where they are, or there could possibly be a breakup with the Two of Cups in reverse. Martha, do you see me and the Gemini reconciling? Okay. Got a 33% chance, yes, you're going to reconcile. I think you will. April, I don't mind move from the city. I live at the same point. But I don't want to make it obvious to him until, yeah. Yeah, I don't think that that's something that's going to get in the way until you got to that point, you know? Now, if people ask what you do for a living and decide how much respect you do, yeah. And it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Because who cares? Who cares? I mean, first of all, throughout this whole pandemic, who were the heroes? The people, the kids that were going to work at the grocery store, you know, because people needed that. Or the people that need to be at the gas stations, or the people that need to work at the drugstores. Like, no, I think that you have respect for everybody, no matter what it is they do or how much. What is money? Money is just a flow of energy. Who gives a shit how much you have? There have been times in my life where I've had a good amount of money in the bank, and there have been times that I'm piss poor broke. But you know what? At the end of the day, I've always been the same person. Jay, oh, I did that one. Did that one. Inez, love and career. Okay, when it comes to love, you've got divine timing around you. You've got a Sagittarius around you. You have a Virgo. You also have a Leo coming in, and you're going to have choices. When it comes to your career, you may feel like you're worried about money, or you may be thinking about walking away from something that no longer serves you. The career thing may be a little bit slow. However, it's not that slow because things change for the better sometime before the end of the year, and a large sum of money comes in. Three of Pentacles is a work relationship or a business relationship that is grounded, stable, with mutual respect. So things should be improving in both areas before the end of the year. No longer holding yourself back. Life changes for the better quickly. Mima. I don't see the question yet. Hang on. Mimi. What will happen in the upcoming months? Okay, let's see. What will happen in the upcoming months? well, you're going to start to see the fruits of your labor come into fruition. So whatever you've been working on or putting energy into, it's going to start to come back to you and pay off. You're feeling prepared and your life starts to change for the better quickly. Worries around money seem to ease and the love cup is full. If you're not with anyone right now, you can expect an air sign to show up. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. There's a cause for celebration that comes in before the end of the year, and you got some good karma coming in. Mima, what could possibly be the cause of potential breakup between the Gemini and me? Mini tower moment. It doesn't have to be a breakup. It could be a fight. It could be that there's something that's been looming in this relationship that hasn't been addressed yet. And it, well, yeah, there's an argument here. It may have something to do with somebody feeling a little bit betrayed by something. It doesn't have to be a breakup. It could be an argument or something that needs to be addressed. There is long-term potential around this relationship with the Four of Wands, but there could be something that has to be addressed. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's going on inside your relationship, but there may be an issue that's going to come to the surface. And as long as you deal with it and you're both on the same page, the relationship can move forward with the Four of Wands. Mustafa. I think your prediction about the right time, right place today could be a soulmate connection. It was very brief contact, but so deep. How did the girl on the bus think and feel about me? Wow, that's cool. Okay, let's see. How did she think and feel about me? She definitely felt it too. She thought that you were very attractive, very mysterious. She thought that you were a strong character. You definitely, there was definitely a moment there. I wouldn't be surprised if you crossed paths with her again. New chapter. Just got my cat. I'm super anxious. Congratulations. Is she okay? And what does the future hold for me and my new cat? I'm sure she's fine. I know, it's funny when we get a pet. It's like getting a new child. It's like I know exactly what you mean. When I was gonna get Dylan, I went to see him, right? And then I wanted to go home and clean the house really well to bring him home to a clean house. And I went and I went to the pet store and I was so anxious that I got him like a prong collar, it was a prong collar because my Weimaraner had one. And I got like a big thick chain. I thought that he was going to be so tough. Meanwhile, he came home like the biggest pussy cat that I went and I returned it. And he just wears a harness only because I don't like the thing around the neck. But anyway, soulmate relationship with you and the cat. Your life changes for the better quickly and you're prepared for it. It's okay to be a little nervous. It's going to pass. She's fine. All right, I have to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Let me put the lights on here. It's dark. Hey Dylan, you comfortable? Mustafa. I don't see it yet. Let's see. Sepia. Is Derek's daughter jealous of me and why? Okay, let's see. 70% chance, yes, she is jealous. She just may feel, well, there may be a number of reasons. She may feel like she competes or she was competing with you for her father's attention. Might be all in her head, but that's what comes up. It also shows that she has a lot of respect for you. She thinks that you're very smart, you're very intelligent, and that you have become something that she doesn't see in herself or she's envious of. You know, a lot of times we're jealous of people. We don't really know what's going on in their life or what's going on in their head. But she sees you as very successful. She sees you as very passionate. She also sees you as somebody who's very lucky. She also thinks that you're very intuitive. And she thinks that you have a lot of choices. I don't think she feels that way about herself. Mustafa, we made eye contact for a brief but very deep moment. Then we both looked away shyly. I didn't get a good look at her. Will I meet her again? I think that you will. Yeah, I think you will. You will. You will. Mima, there's not an issue between us at the moment. It's been great. Nothing bad has happened. We haven't said that we're in a relationship, but kind of feel like it's getting serious. She's leaving to go to Africa soon for a month. Okay, so that maybe it's the Africa trip then. That could be the breakup. I mean, there's separation, Two of Cups. It could be an argument. It could be separation. It also could be that you're not in a relationship yet. So you can't have a breakup if you're not in a relationship, but you may not get relationship status with her until she returns. Which, I mean, to me, that's fine. She's only going to be gone a month. But that could be, it could be that the separation or the breakup is the trip. If she comes back within a month and things pick up the way they are, Four of Wands, I would say there's long-term potential. If, for whatever reason, if she's just going on vacation, then that's fine. If she winds up staying longer, that could be an issue. But Four of Wands, there's long-term potential around the situation. The Two of Cups in reverse, a breakup could be that she's leaving. Mustafa, if I saw this girl at the bus again and got a good look at her, would I find her attractive enough for my standards? Okay, let's see. Yes, you would. Absolutely. And you would know it was her too. All right, let me go back up to the top. I don't see Prashi's question yet. Rara. Oh, that wasn't a question. Hang on, hang on. Nav, what's holding Amenbath the Sag from reaching out? Every reading says that he will, but it's been delayed. I'm losing hope. Well, that's because you focused on it too much. If you keep having readings on something and it's not happening, it's an energy thing. So watch pot never boils. You have to get distracted. You have to put your energy somewhere else. There's too much focus on it. That's why it's getting delayed. When you focus on something that's not happening, it builds resistance around the situation, which then pushes the situation further out into the universe. The best way to get something that you want is to not need it. Need, want, desire, desperation, all those emotions push things away. So anyone that's focused on like, why isn't he calling? Why isn't he calling? Why isn't he calling? They're not going to get the phone call because that energy pushes the person further away. Prashi, check when Ashke Arwal talk to me and what will it lead to? When's the last time that you spoke to this person? Because I don't see communication coming in here. I mean, you could have, I mean, the spring possibly, but I don't know what your relationship is with this person. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot of communication coming in, and it looks like there either was a tower moment around the situation or there will be. So I'm not really sure where you stand with this person right now. See, Six of Cups is in reverse, which means somebody from your past is choosing not to come back. I don't think that this is going to lead to much in the near future right now. There's not a whole lot of, yeah, I wouldn't expect to be hearing from him anytime soon, and I wouldn't rely on things moving forward right now. I would try to take your mind off of him and see who else is around. Doesn't look like too much is going on. Mustafa, what can I expect to happen if I met this girl again? You know what I think could happen? I think you could have a couple of those moments with her, and then at some point you have a conversation. I think you can expect a few more of these types of moments where you see her, or you have that kind of a moment where you're looking at each other. Your souls may be recognizing each other from something. Like that could be what the moment's about. I think it happens a couple of more times before you have a conversation. Rara, after my visa approval, my family is making fun of me and trying to get me to put me down. Can you tell me what's happening? Are they joking or what are their intentions? Okay, wait a second. I don't understand. What are they making fun of you for? Like, what does that have to do with the visa? What is them making fun of you have to do with you getting a visa? Okay. They are joking, but in some way, I don't know if you have somebody who's a little bit controlling involved here, and maybe their way of controlling you, putting you down, saying that you're not capable of this, whatever it is that you're trying to do, so that they control you and make you do what you want, what they want you to do. I would try to keep my distance a little bit. I'm going to do a video about these types of people, Emperor in reverse, because it keeps coming up for a lot of people, which I'm not surprised because people are starting to show their true colors, yada, yada, yada. I may do a video about that. Maybe after I finish this, or tonight I'll do it. I would try to, don't let them know what your plans are, not until you're ready. Because if they're going to knock you down or they're going to try to make you feel like you're incapable of something, they're working against you and not with you. But I think it's for their own selfish reasons. I don't think it's because they really believe that you're incapable. I think it's because they want to be able to control you. And people do that. You know, I worked with women who were very strong women, but I felt like they controlled every aspect of their children's lives. Not little kids, like 8 years old, like grown ass children, because they wanted to keep their children with them so that they weren't alone. I mean, I knew this one girl who I mean, she couldn't do anything. She was a grown woman, like pushing 40. Like, she couldn't do anything without asking her mother. Like, it was crazy. Like, I'm going to the store. What brand eggs you want me to buy? Like, really? Like, really? Like, buy fucking eggs. Like, but some people have that level of control where they have to control everybody else's life. And I think that's what's going on here. So I would just don't tell them what your plans are. Mustafa, can you tell me more about the girl on the bus? She may be young and successful. She's very intelligent. She's very family orientated. She's very close to her family. She could be a fire sign. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. She's very intelligent and very hardworking and very driven. Mima, does a Gemini feel like our situation is getting serious? A little bit. The Gemini is not putting the cart before the horse. This person is very like logical about things right now. So maybe because of the trip, maybe that's why. But I mean, she thinks things are getting serious, but she's not like she doesn't have her head in the clouds. She's very grounded. Mustafa, is this girl at the bus I saw a match for me worth pursuing? Yeah. Yeah, let's see what happens. April, what do the cards show for Jay the Virgo's personality? Well, first of all, it shows that here he is, the Virgo. He comes up as very intelligent and very successful. Uh, Four of Wands, the happy home, long-term potential. But typical Virgo, he's probably very detail-orientated. He's probably very cautious, or he wants to know what he's getting into before he gets into it. He cares very much about details. He does have a creative side to him as well, and he's very hardworking. He does not dive in head first. He's very practical. He's very stable. Mustafa, is the girl on the bus a fire sign or my future wife or somebody completely different? I think she could be a fire sign. She had the wands around her. Is there potential that the girl on the bus is the future wife? Got a 33% chance, which means that she could be a choice. There's possibility. Rara, like they're saying that they will just miss out on dinners, and also they make fun of my looks and my voice. All right, well, the making fun of your looks and your voice, they're just joking. They could be also trying to get to you so that you do what they want you to do. I mean, listen, anyone that, like, nobody wants anyone to leave, right? Like, you don't want, like, even like your neighbors, you don't want to see, if you like your neighbors, you don't want to see them leave. You don't want to see, your brother, your sister move far away. But everyone's got to do for themselves what is right for them. And if this is something that you want to do for yourself, then you can't let them intimidate you because they're not living your life. And what I've seen happen is that you sacrifice your happiness for somebody else who then does what the fuck they want. So just be very careful with that. If this is something that you want to do, follow what it is you want to do and don't worry about them. Let them make fun of this. Where am I? Oh, he's a musician. Okay. Okay, so that's for his creativity. Prashi, I think you have another question, but I don't see it yet. Cinnamon, what's my future husband's sign? Well, you know, this is something that can change too because we got free will. So somebody can show up and you may decide not to marry him. You have a Taurus and you have a Capricorn. But that, you know, the free will changes it. And then there's also, what about people that are married two times? Or if you live with somebody for 20 years and you don't ever marry them. I can't swear to that kind of stuff because things are always open to interpretation and nothing is really written in stone. So at some point, like, you could be engaged to a Capricorn and then all of a sudden turn around and you're like, you know what, this guy ain't doing it for me. I don't want to have to wake up every day and look at your face. So I'm going to, you know, go in a different direction. Yeah, I can't swear to that. I mean, there's potential around a Capricorn and a Taurus right now that could be very significant. This, I used to see a psychic, Cecilia. That woman was so funny. She was so funny. She used to say things like that all the time. She used to say, she said, you know, the high school sweethearts, you know, everybody's so envious of them. Oh, they got married, they're high school sweethearts. And she goes, yeah, but you don't really know that she wakes up. She wakes up every morning thinking, God, I don't want to look at your fucking ugly face. This woman was hysterical. Mima, when you say there's longevity in that in terms of friendship or relationship, either. When there's longevity around something, it's like it could be either. Sometimes people, you know, like you could be in a relationship with somebody for 5 years and realize, you know what, we're just better as off as friends. But there's longevity around this person being in your life. And I know that sounds like shit. And when I've like, because I've lived through that too. Like I remember when I was seeing somebody off and on for 8 years. The woman that I used to say to me, I can't tell you he's leaving your life. And then she said to me once, she goes, he could be the godfather of your children. And I got so mad at that because I thought to myself, oh, well, that means that he's not going to be my child's father, right? But he's not. I mean, he's not our godfather either, but he's still somebody who is somewhat in my life. I still talk to him, even though we're not together. And he's somebody who I really value, even though we didn't end up together. You know what I mean? So and it doesn't mean that you're not going to have a long-term relationship with this person, and it doesn't mean that you can't. It just means that the Four of Wands, there's long-term potential around a relationship, whatever the relationship is. It could be the kind of thing where this person, you know, you're in a relationship together for 3 years, maybe they move away for 2 years, then they come back. Like sometimes, like the way it works out, it could be like one hell of a ride. But when the Four of Wands shows up, long-term potential, that could lead to the happy home. It's somebody of significance. Like it wouldn't be somebody who you date 3 times and never hear from them again. It's somebody who keeps turning up. So I can't swear to either one of them, but I would say long-term potential around a relationship or somebody of significance in your life. Especially if, I mean, there could be indecision at some point. Like one of you may want to be in a relationship and the other one may only want to be friends, or somebody may have opportunity to move around a lot, or there just may be one of those people that likes to move around a lot. I can't say that there's going to be a lot of stability here always, but there, like Four of Wands is always like, it's long-term potential. Like it's a significant person, even if it doesn't end in, you know, like till death do us part. Like there's still somebody that's of significance in your life, around your life, and relatively stable. Mustafa, this girl is definitely Muslim, but is she, okay, let's see. Is she Sunni? I would say she's Sunni. Is she Shia? Oh, no, no, no. Shia comes up higher. She's got 3 aces around that. She only had 2 around the other one. Mel, you can close them. Thank you. Does Prashi, I think Prashi's got another question. Am I right? And then there was this other Lindita who was here the other day that I never answered for. I'll make sure to get to you if you send in another question. Mustafa, love reading for the next 6 weeks. Love reading for the next 6 weeks. Things could change for you for the better quickly. You got a Sagittarius coming in. You also have happiness coming in around your love life, and your love life starts to move forward quickly. Got cause for celebration when you're no longer holding yourself back. An air sign comes in as well. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, and you have a Capricorn here. You're gonna have options for sure. All right, let me go back up to the top. Mary M, energy for the Capricorn and I in October. Sharp energy and arguments. I don't know when the last time you spoke to this person was, but you may not be happy with them in the month of October. The energy is kind of sharp. And Nukriti, H's actions towards me. He may want to hang out or spend more time together in the near future. Looks like communication picks up, but it's your choice how you move forward. Be wise, what the Cancer feels from me. Thinks that you're intelligent, kind, strong, courageous, stable, attractive, and creative. Mihak 503, general reading. You may be deciding whether or not you want to go back to school or learn a new area of study. You're going to have choices around you when it comes to business, earning a little bit more respect in business in the near future, and moving on to greener pastures. It also looks like you're about to undergo personal transformation around work, school, or something of that nature. Something about, you may want to learn a new area of study. Oh, love Olivia, that's fine. How is AR feeling about me? I walked away from us. Okay. How is AR feeling about me? Got a little sharp energy. King of Swords. Has a wish around the situation. It's unfortunate because it looks like you walked away because you weren't getting what you deserved out of the situation, or he or she or whoever it is, he wasn't putting in enough effort. And they made a bad decision, and that's what has destroyed the situation. He feels a little bit unsuccessful, a little bit mildly regretful. Isn't 100% serious. Isn't taking you 100% seriously though at this point. So there may be, like, in the back of this person's mind, they may feel like you're really just you're coming back to them. Zara, what are the next intentions from Themis towards me? He's going to try again to get into your good graces. You're going to hear from him again. He's not going to stop calling you. Not for a while. It's going to take him a while to realize that you're not going to do that shit or put up with him. Mandina, general reading. Is that Lindita here? Because I never got to her the other day. If you're here, send it. Send me a question and I'll do it. Yeah, I'll be on later. I'll probably be on tonight about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Okay, Mandina. Medina. General reading. Might have a new opportunity when it comes to business or work. You also could be walking away from something or someone that no longer serves you after you've had a mini tower moment with them. Or maybe feeling betrayed or having an argument with this person sends you away. You got a Virgo coming in that could be significant. You also have a wish. Put it out into the universe. Starting to get a little bit more well-respected or well-compensated at work. Feeling a little bit more successful. You have good luck coming in. So things should start to fall into place for you a little bit easier. Significant people around you. You got a Capricorn, you got a Virgo. You also have a water, and Aquarius. Cause for celebration comes in around love. Sarah, last night while I was spying on the Pisces lover of the Taurus on Viber, accidentally I did a call to her like missed call to That's what you get. Okay. What is she thinking? Okay. You know what? I don't think that she thinks anything. To be honest, I think she thinks it was a mistake. I think she thinks it came up as a mistake or you hit it in error. I don't think that she's reading too much into it. Does she know who you are? I don't think she knows who you are. I wouldn't worry about it. But that's so funny. Mel, general for the rest of the week. You could have a little argument with somebody. You could have a little argument around someone who you feel like their behavior has not changed. It could be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. It also looks like the love cup is full, and you could have somebody coming in that's pretty passionate. Listen to your intuition. Being at the right place at the right time could bring in an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You may have a little anxiety around something before the end of the week is up, but it's not that bad. It kind of dissipates quickly. And the weekend looks nice. Cause for celebration. Maybe some rest, relaxation, and self-care over the weekend. All right. Did I finish? I think I did. All right. I'm going to go. I'll be back on tonight about 9:30, 10. And I have a couple of videos that I intend on doing. The ego versus the soul, fear versus love, and then the narcissistic person, the emperor in reverse. I'll see you guys later. Thank you all. Have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.